What if NBA players return to their hometown team for the next NBA season, meaning LeBron James back to the Cleveland Cavaliers with Stephen Curry, even Damian Lillard now on the Golden State Warriors, and much more? Well, fellas, I did just that as I put players on their hometown teams and simulated a season in a live playoff scenario on NBA 2K24 to see the results. So without further ado, fellas, let's get right into it. Here we go. What is going on, guys? It is Halftime Productions, and we are now on the NBA 2K24, ready to simulate a season with players on their hometown teams. And we're going to go through the rosters right now, beginning with the Philadelphia 76ers. They have Mikal Bridges, Jalen Duren, Derek Lively, and guys, players like TJ McConnell, who are not from Philadelphia, but that's the closest city to them where they were born, will play on that team. And players like Giannis Antetokounmpo and other international players who are not born in the United States will just remain on their current team. And for a player like Tyrese Haliburton, who is actually not from an NBA city, the closest city that they were born in will be the team that they play for. So that goes throughout the NBA in this league for the simulation. But we go to the Bulls, Anthony Davis, Fred VanVleet. They're going to keep Vucevic, not born in the United States, but Derrick Rose is on the team. And some players I decided to keep on the team just because it would be uneven. But for the most part, all these players are back in their hometown teams, like the Cavaliers, Stephen Curry, born in Ohio, LeBron James, born in Ohio, obviously, CJ McCollum, Terry Rozier, Karis LeVert. That team actually looks very good. The Boston Celtics do not have Jason Tatum anymore, do not have Jaylen Brown, but they do got Duncan Robinson and Bruce Brown and Niang. I mean, not the greatest, but like I said, not every single player is going to be on their hometown team. Like the players below 75 and even like below 60, or I should say below 70, will not be on their hometown team just to make the rosters actually playable, because you can't play with teams only having like 5 or 6 players. And then we see the Atlanta Hawks. This is one of the most stacked teams literally in the simulation. Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Vassell, Carter Jr., Colin Sexton, Kessler, Brogdon, Jabari Smith. I mean, that team definitely could be the favorites to win today's simulation, but there are some other great teams. Joel Embiid didn't grow up in the United States until about like I think 10 or 13, but he was playing on a high school team in Florida, so we put him on the Miami Heat. And then we see the Charlotte Hornets, another favorite with Ja Morant, Zion, Ingram, Middleton, Chris Paul. I mean, this team right here is so dominant. The Utah Jazz, not many players from Utah, especially Salt Lake City. But then we go to the Sacramento Kings. Jalen Green actually from Sacramento. So is, as you see, Cody Williams, the rookie. We have all the rookies, everything up to date in this 2K simulation. Actually, Jared McCain also from that area. The New York Knicks, Donovan Mitchell, Drew Holiday, Obi Toppin, Andre Drummond, Jonathan Isaac. The Lakers, Evan Mobley, Lonzo Ball, DeRozan, Allen, Klay Thompson, Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball on the same team. It's just going to be fun to watch as they will play for the Lakers in this simulation. The Magic, a couple players from Florida, especially Orlando, Anthony Simons, Paul Reed, Grayson Allen, Jordan Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson. The Mavericks keep Luka because he is not from the States, and they also get Tyrese Maxey, Trae Young, Cunningham, Randall, Turner, Marcus Smart. This team obviously could be a favorite, but this simulation is going to be so much fun as this Nets team is also stacked. I mean, Brunson, Irving, Adebayo, Karl Towns, Jaren Jackson Jr., Tobias Harris, Naz Reid. That team could be the favorites in the Eastern Conference. The Denver Nuggets keep Jokic. Not too many players from Denver. However, Derek White, Colorado, Dolan Connect, the rookie. And then you got the Williams brothers, so that's going to help them out. And Jason Tatum is not from Indiana. He's actually from St. Louis, Missouri, same with Bradley Beal. But as you see on the screen, the closest city or team to them is the Pacers. So we got to put them on the Pacers. So that's just how the simulation works, because again, not every single player is from an NBA city. I mean, I'm not even from an NBA city. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The closest team either would be Ohio, the Cavaliers, or you got the Philadelphia 76ers. But then we see the Toronto Raptors. This could be a cheat code because anybody from Canada is going to be on this team. I mean, SGA, Jamal Murray. This is basically Team Canada in the Olympics. That team is stacked. Definitely going to be a favorite. We see the Houston Rockets. What did I just say? Anyways, though, Alex Caruso on that team. But this is going to be such a fun simulation. I just love doing these type of videos. Make sure you comment down below your favorite team or the team that you think is going to win with these players return to their hometown squads. Obviously, I am not from the NBA city, like I said, but of course I gotta root for my Boston Celtics because that's my favorite team in real life, so I'm gonna always stick with them. Phoenix Suns, actually not too many players from Phoenix. I was surprised about that, or Arizona, I should say in general, but Michael Porter Jr., not from OKC, but that is the closest area to where he was born in Missouri, so I just put him in OKC. Then we see the Timberwolves, Chet Holmgren on the squad. The Blazers, this is stacked team because a lot of players are from Seattle, Washington, and the closest city to them will be Portland, so all these players like Pritchard, Boncaro, Levine, DeJounte Murray will end up being on the Blazers, so that's going to help them out a lot. Dame, obviously, on the Warriors with Aaron Gordon. They got the Thompson brothers in there. Buddy Hield, not from the United States. Same with Kuminga, so they remain on the squad. And the Wizards, actually a very good team. Durant, Quickly, Josh Hart, Terry Eason. I mean, this team could honestly have a chance to win it all, but that is the rosters. Now we're just similar to the end of the season. See what happens here in NBA 2K24. So let's go. And your MVP goes to Luka Doncic, only averaging 24 points. I mean, usually in other simulations, he averages higher. Bub Carrington wins Rookie of the Year. Actually, surprisingly, do not really know too much about him, but Alfred Sengun comes off the bench in Houston. I mean, that's pretty interesting as he averages 15 points. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Victor Wembanyama, his first. Kuminga, Most Improved Player, so no Curry in Golden State, and Kuminga steps up big with almost 18 a game. And LeBron James is the Clutch Player of the Year. How about that? LeBron winning the Clutch Player. That might silence a lot of the haters out there, but the first team All-NBA, Luka, Giannis, LeBron, Jokic, and John Morant. And as we go to the points per game leaders, De'Aaron Fox from the Pelicans leads at number 1 with 30 a game. Did anybody expect that? Anyways, as we go down the list, Booker, Lillard, we see Jokic up there, Giannis, John Morant, Lauri Markkanen. How about Lauri Markkanen on the Jazz? Anthony Edwards on the Hawks. LeBron James still doing it at almost 40 years old. Jason Tatum and Porzingis 11 and 12. But let's check out the rebounds per game. It goes to Giannis, and right behind him is Andre Drummond. So Andre Drummond with 12.7 on the Knicks, having a great season for them. Never count out Drummond. He could always give you good rebounds. And James Harden leads the league in assists. Right behind him is John Morant. And man, what a season for John Morant on that Charlotte Hornets team. As De'Aaron Fox had a great season on the Pelicans, he even leads the league in steals. But those guys are the stats. Now, on to the NBA standings in the East, the Atlanta Hawks. That stacked team is the 1 seed. You got the Magic, the Hornets. Then you got the Pacers, the Brooklyn Nets, Toronto Raptors, the Knicks, Cavs, Bulls, and the last team will be the Wizards, who are in the play-in as the Heat just miss out. But I'm surprised Cleveland was only the 8th seed. I mean, they had a great record, but this East was so dominant as the Celtics finished last in the East. That is something you just don't see often. And out of the West, the Mavericks, 64 wins. That team is scary. Then we got the Lakers, Warriors, Timberwolves, Blazers make it as the 5 seed. The Clippers, Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, Thunder. Those teams will be in the play-in tournament, but those are the standings out in the Western Conference as the Jazz finished last. No surprises there, but here we are in the postseason of today's simulation with players back on their hometown teams. Of course, we got to simulate the play-in tournament first, as always. There the teams in the West, there the teams in the East. Definitely a really good play-in tournament. Those matchups are so good. But let's simulate real quick to see what happens in the play-in games. And so here we have it, the 16-team bracket is official as the Spurs, Bulls, Rockets, and Cavaliers advance to the playoffs. This is going to be a lot of fun. So many great matchups here in the first round. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And as you know, every single one of these games and series is simulated with live scenarios on NBA 2K24. So we're going to find out who they predict to win with players going back to their hometown teams. My favorite in this simulation, or my prediction before I get it done, honestly, I think that Brooklyn Nets team as a 5 seed could do some damage, but that East is just so stacked. However, guys, without further ado, we're going to begin this simulation in the very first round, so the road to the finals will begin right here and right now. Well, fellas, let the madness begin. Let's go. We'll begin this first round in Houston, where the LA Lakers will knock out the Rockets in a sweep as they hold them to just 82 points. So the Ball brothers and this Lakers team looks dominant already with a sweep in the first round. And for Jimmy Butler and the Houston Rockets, they will be going home. And LaMelo Ball with 34 points in the victory. I mean, he is the best player on that team. As now here's a close one in Atlanta, 45 seconds, Bulls down by 2, and the 1 seed Hawks up 3 games games to 1, trying to close it out. Can they get a stop? Bulls trying to force a game 6. Van Vliet to Vucevic. They swing it now. It's Max Strus. Gives it to Davis. Anthony Davis 101. Now goes to Derrick Rose. Rose to drive. Rose with the left. Oh, vintage Derrick Rose. What a basket. And we are tied at 124. Under 30 seconds. And these Hawks fans rise to their feet as Anthony Edwards has the ball. And you can honestly go to anybody on this Hawks team for the win as the shot clock is down to 12 seconds. Edwards, top of the key. Fans are on their feet in Atlanta. Looks like Max Strus is going to defend this possession. Here is Edwards. Edwards for the win. No, Davis the rebound. 1 second. Davis, half court. Bang! Bulls win it at the buzzer. Anthony Davis from the logo. A stunner in Atlanta to keep the season alive and the series for the Bulls. How about Anthony Davis? One of the best shots of the year from half court, and this 8-seeded Chicago team is not done just yet. And we'll be back later on in this simulation for that series. However, we go to a Game 5 victory for the 7-seeded Cavaliers over the Orlando Magic. And anytime you can get LeBron and Curry into the playoffs, it doesn't matter what seed they are. You know they're going to be tough to beat, and they showed against the 2-seeded Magic, beating them in the first round. And now we go to Toronto. 1-point game, 45 seconds. Morant, pump step, in the paint, misses the bunny. Raptors up by 140 seconds. They are up 3-2 in the series, so they're looking to close it out in front of their own fans as the pass from Lou Dort is picked up by Morant. Morant on the break, draw to Zion, slam dunk. 28 seconds, Hornets take the lead. How about that connection? Morant to Williamson, and that silences these Raptors fans as the Hornets looking to win Game 6 and force a win-or-go-home situation, but they need a stop right now. 25 seconds, ball in the hands of SGA, and here are two of the league's best point guards right now. 20 seconds, here is SGA, around the screen, goes to Olynyk, bruises his way in for the basket. How about Kelly Olynyk with 14.8, and the Raptors up by 1. A stop here wins in the series. Morant needs a basket. 1-on-1 with SGA. Down to 7 seconds. Here is Morant. Draw the drive. Morant gets fouled. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander commits it, and Morant has a chance to win the game in 4-7. But the pressure is on as he goes to the stripe. First free throw on his way, and he missed it. Morant missed a free throw. He can only tie it. And maybe this Toronto crowd is starting to get to Morant. He needs to make this. Everybody in Charlotte's going to be upset if he misses them both. 4 seconds, the second one is good. So he ties that 133. We saw Davis hit a half-court shot for the win. Can SGA do the same? No, he missed it, and this Game 6 is headed to overtime. Both these teams, crazy offense, crazy defense, and this is a great matchup here in Game 6. And I accidentally simulated too fast, I apologize, but as you see, the Hornets win by 1 point, 144 to 143, meaning they're going to force a Game 7. It was SGA with 51 points in the loss, but I mean, what a game from him as Morant at 51. How about that matchup? Anyways, guys, we'll be back later on in this first round for this series of the Hornets force it. And now we go to LA. Clippers will follow the Warriors. This to me is an upset. I thought this Clippers team with now James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Westbrook would win against Damian Lillard, but Damian Lillard carried this Warriors squad with Aaron Gordon and the Thompson brothers on to the next round. And a Texas battle goes to the number 1 seeded Dallas Mavericks over the Spurs in 6 games. Wemby won a shot, and for the number 8 seed, the Spurs definitely gave up a fight, but they will fall 129 to 108 to this Texas team of the Mavericks, who have Cunningham, Trae Young, Tyrese Maxey, Marcus Smart. They're going to be tough to beat in the West as San Antonio goes down with Keontae George, Wemby, and Austin Reeves. And so we saw the Hornets win Game 6 in a nail-biter, so we go to this Game 7. It's a close one, and Shaw off the glass gives the Hornets the lead with 46 seconds. Winner go home. He had 51 last game, and is coming up big already here late in crunch time, as here comes the Raptors the other way, looking to win on the road. And you know the Raptors don't want to blow a 3-2 series lead as SGA missed it. Ball tips, Hornets to rebound. They're up with it with 30 seconds remaining. Morant in the paint. Morant, corner, Middleton, the dagger. Oh, he missed it. Oh man, Chris Middleton, a huge miss. Here comes Lou Dort, wrapped up by CP3, and he will go to line for 2 free throws with 20 seconds. And Chris Middleton, that would have been the dagger in Game 7, but it keeps the door open for the Raptors. And Lou Dort, at their free throw line, makes the first one. He ties it at 117. It's for the lead, and he's got it. Now the pressure on Charlotte. Fans on their feet. This could be their last possession of the season. They need a basket. Who will they go to? Right now it's Morant, isolated against SGA. Spin, Euro, it's in. Ja Morant with 8.5. Ice in his veins. Raptors no timeout. The other way they're coming. Here is SGA with 3. Alexander for the win. Back iron, it's off. Charlotte comes back from a 3-2 series deficit to win Game 7 and stun Toronto. Down goes the Raptors. How about Ja Morant leading his team to a series victory? As now we have a Game 7 in Minnesota. It is the Portland Trail Blazers over the Timberwolves, 101-83. So on the road, Portland holds Minnesota just 83 points as they get a victorious here and will advance to the second round to play the Dallas Mavericks as DeJounte Murray and this Portland team wins the series. And now, guys, at Game 7 in Indiana, tied at 136, 36 seconds. What a game this is. Nets Pacers blocked. Siakam gets it on Adebayo. Garland the other way for Indiana, looking to take the lead. And who is going to step up in this Game 7 as Jason Tatum has it against Harris. Crossover, snatch back, 3, puts it in. The shake and bake from Tatum and the 3-pointer to give Indiana the lead. 17 seconds, Nets sees on the line. Ball in the hands of Brunson. Brunson the drive, Brunson, layup, it's good. Silences the crowd momentarily, but they're going to have to play the foul game as it goes to Garland with 10 seconds. But man, Jason Tatum rising up in the biggest of occasions as Garland misses the first free throw. What is with the missed free throws in this first round? Second one is good, so the Nets have a chance to force overtime or win this series with a 3. No timeouts. Nets the other way. Ball in the hands of Irving with 6 seconds. He's been here before. Kyrie for the win. It's off. Adebayo missed the body. Bam missed a point-blank layup for overtime, and the Pacers squeak out of here with a win, and they're moving on. How did Bam miss that? Oh my goodness, I know you Nets fans are furious, and the Pacers fans are on their feet because they have just won. Remember Anthony Davis hit a half-court shot to win Game 5? Well, the Bulls came back from a 3-1 deficit to beat the 1-seeded Hawks. How about the 8-seeded Bulls? I mean, that Hawks team was a heavy favorite. Anyways, what a wild first round as we enter the conference semifinals. 8 teams remaining. Hopefully your favorite squad is still in it. It's been such a fun simulation up to this point, and I'm really curious to see what happens here in the second round. Well, guys, without further ado, we're going to continue the simulation here on NBA 2K24. So, fellas, let's keep it going. Here we go. The conference semifinals start off in Charlotte where the Cleveland Cavaliers with Stephen Curry and LeBron James will beat the Hornets to move on in 5 games. So Cleveland making it look easy here in these first 2 rounds in this playoff simulation as the Hornets after that tough Game 7 will fall and go home. And now up to Indiana where the Pacers will fall to the 8-seeded Bulls. 140-132 your final. The Bulls will win in 5 games. And the Chicago team, who was down 3-1 in the first round, came back, win that series against the 1 seed. Now we'll move on to the conference finals as we will go to Portland in the West. It will be the Mavericks, number 1 seed, knocking off the Blazers in 6 games as Moncaro gets a late basket, but it doesn't matter. This Dallas team is looking dominant as they will win the series in 6 and move on to the Western Conference Finals. And to meet Dallas will be the Warriors. How about this team led by Lillard, who gets 1 more basket? They're gonna knock off this Lakers team with the Ball brothers, DeRozan, Klay Thompson, Jared Allen. How about the Warriors as the Lakers season comes to an end in the second round of the playoffs? So down to 4 teams remaining, no close games really in that second round, but here we are, the matchups. The number 1 seed Mavericks versus the Warriors in the West, and the 7 versus 8 seed in the East. How about that? It's rare we ever see that, but the Cavaliers with LeBron and Curry against Davis and that Bulls team. So without further ado, let's see what 2 teams move on to the NBA Finals in this 2K simulation. So guys, let's continue on. Here we go. Now we go to a game 6 and Golden State Mavericks up by 2, low with the ball. Dallas looking to win the series as they're up 3 games to 2. It is game 6, under 35 seconds. Here comes Thompson for the tie. Won't go. Rebound. Dallas has the ball. 26 seconds. About a 5-second shot difference between the shot clock and game clock. And the Warriors won't foul. What do you guys think about this decision? Their season is on the line. They need to stop. As here is Trae Young with the ball. Motioning is Maxey. Luka is in the corner for some reason. It's going to be Trae Young. Young, the drive. Turner. Maxey. Bang! That is the dagger, and the Mavericks with 3 seconds are going to go to the NBA Finals, winning in 6 as Lillard buries a deep 3, but it doesn't matter. And the Mavericks win the West, beating the Warriors in Game 6. This #1 team has been so dominant, and now they're only 4 games away from completing their mission. As now we go to a Game 7 in the East, and it's the Cavaliers against the Bulls. 45 seconds, winner goes to the Finals. Here in the corner is Van Vliet. Baseline, nothing there, has to kick it out. Shot clock winding down to 10 seconds. Bulls looking for the lead. It's Derrick Rose with it. Rose in the paint, kicks it to Davis, who misses the dunk. Davis missed it, and the Cavaliers with a chance for the lead. 3-second difference with the shot clock and game clock. Fans are on their feet. And who's going to take the shot for Cleveland? Will it be Curry or LeBron? Right now, Curry has the ball. Motioning Levert. Curry down to 5 seconds. The screen from Nance. Curry, that's deep for the win. No, Vucevic the rebound. Blocked. Nance, yes! Are you kidding me? Did it count? If it's good, then that would be the craziest moment here on this channel. Are you kidding me? There's no way. We gotta look at this again. I don't think he got off in time, but let's take another look. He has the ball, still in his hand, it's out! I think that's out with 0.1 seconds, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? The Cavs are gonna win it, but we have to go to the ref for the official decision. And the Cavaliers will go to the Finals thanks to Larry Nance Jr. That has to be the best moment of the year here on this channel. Vucevic full court shot blocked and put in by Nance with literally 0.1 seconds. Bulls fans, let me know in the comments how tough that is, because if that would happen to me, it would be devastating, so I know it's tough for you Bulls fans as they lose. After that all-time moment in Cleveland, we are down to 2 teams in the NBA Finals with players returning to their hometown teams, and we got the Dallas Mavericks, who have been dominant in the West, against the Cavaliers, who have ran through the East, and they make it to the Finals to match up against the Mavericks. So we're going to simulate this best-of-7 series here on NBA 2K to see who takes it, so let's go. And we go to Dallas, Game 5, where the Cavs are 3-1, and they're going to win Game 5 to win the NBA championship. In today's simulation, LeBron James and Stephen Curry as teammates will win a ring together, and the Mavericks, who are so dominant in the West, fall here to the 7th-seeded Cavaliers. I mean, LeBron James and Stephen Curry on the same team, it's just gonna be hard to beat, and they are today's simulation winners. I mean, they might not be here if it wasn't for Larry Nance Jr. I mean, what a moment he had in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. But love the celebration ensue for these Cavaliers fans, and let me know down below how your predictions went, your reactions and thoughts to today's simulation. I mean, there's been so many iconic moments, from the Davis half-court shot to the Nance game winner at the block. I mean, it has been a fun simulation to say the least. But with players returning to their hometown teams, it will be the Cleveland Cavaliers who are victorious in this simulation as LeBron wins their Finals MVP. But guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I had so much fun making it. I really hope all of you enjoyed it, and I appreciate every single one of you guys, because all of you are the GOATs. But it's Halftime Productions, and I'll see you in the next simulation as we out for today.